What a
Here
transition.
we go. Yeah, my best buddy did this for his own. Actually, it's for his DMC movie project. I'm going to
Oh,
showcase it when he's here. He's actually want to do a DMC movie. So
cool, cool. No, I was just so surprised. I was just like, okay, like you know, I'm sure it looked good, but I was just like, okay, no, that looks damn good. So I was just like, oh,
yeah.
that's cool. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So today, for this slot, because today is nonsensical, this is going to be some Bloody Palace Vergil. So this is the PC version of a game. So what's worth to note is that this footage is going to include unofficial mods. So some gameplay paths, or mostly quality of life stuff, is going to be improved. So make sure that you don't believe that this is footage that can be exactly reproduced on on consoles. So now that it's said, let's also note that this Bloody Palace is going to have a little something different. I've set the Bloody Palace difficulty to the Son of Sparta. So instead of having a progressive difficulty, it's going just to be Son of Sparta. Okay? So of course, yeah, so mods are mods, so there's going to be some little stuff, don't worry. Most of you guys won't notice it, but for players on PC, those are huge. Okay, so we're going for more like 1 hour and a half, so likely, so let's go. I could have put some extra options to make it more spicy, like Bloody Palace randomizers and stuff like that, so make sure, because yeah, mods have evolved this far, but for the sake of making it like as close as possible to the original experience, we're going to go generic, and let's go.
Okay, let's rock. Also, again, huge thanks for Capcom for letting us play with a few mods.
Yeah, indeed.
Alright, so I'm seeing a lot of trick weapon switch canceling. That's very nice to start off with. For those who don't know, if you hold melee on a different weapon and then you switch to like from Force Edge to Yamato, you can still do a judgment cut. So that's what he was just doing earlier. Like that. Also, another thing to note that what Kyo is doing is that when he's tricking, he's also releasing Judgment Cut, because when you activate Judgment Cut during at any point of the trick, it will actually cancel the trick. So I'm actually I haven't heard the official OST for a long time, but what's this backing track?
The track is just free of charge, because it's copyrighted music. We're on Twitch, so we want to make sure we're not breaking stuff.
I thought maybe you were going to use like one of the battle tracks from the 5 OST or the other DMC OSTs. That's nice to see. I think one of the best, most enjoyable ways to enjoy DMC is just because don't get me wrong, music's awesome, but sometimes you want a little bit of variety, so you can turn off the BGM in the settings and have like a playlist, and it's really fun. Yeah. Or you can even have like your own DMC mix playing in the background. It's really fun. So out of all your favorite characters to play in DMC, would you say it's Vergil?
Yeah, without a doubt. Are you talking like really? Only in DMC 5 or most of?
I know that for all the other, because like you've clearly shown, and for anyone who hasn't seen Kyo's combos on Twitter, they're like very good, so you should definitely check them out. I know you're very proficient with all the characters, but I'm just wondering which is just personally your favorite to play throughout the series.
Yeah, so that should be DMC5 Vergil actually, even throughout all DMC games. Why? It's because they really... Vergil in all games is a formula that got constantly evolved. And DMC5 Vergil, to me, is the peak of it. So of course take out
the peak
like...
of combat.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Hey.
Oh. And to be honest, yeah, that's because the formula was so refined, and like Capcom has been actually listening and paying some attention to what fan wanted. So, for example, you've got the classic air slash that you had in DMC4, and they actually put the same, like an S rank. You got the good or DMC3
the aerial rave.
So this one.
The amazing thing about that taunt, by the way, the DMC3 style rave, is that on S rank and higher, if you do that on Yamato and Force Edge, it will be like that. But even on S rank and higher, if you go to Beowulf, you can still do the original Dark Taunt. That's very similar to Aerial Flush. Very similar to Aerial Flush from the reboot.
That's true. So the controller gets mixed up within two cables at the same time is not necessarily a good idea for comfort. But yeah, indeed, versatility is very much appreciated.
Kyo, we're having some sort of report that your mic is a little bit muffled. Is there something we can do about that?
Muffled? You mean it's a bit low?
I'm not quite sure because
my mic is to the max, so it's pretty hard. I mean, I can speak louder. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to crank up the noise a bit.
Yeah, make it a bit louder. Yep.
I think I crank up the noise, so that should be nice. So is this any better? I'm really not sure.
Could chat give us some feedback on Kyo's voice sound?
Please.
Would be very helpful.
Because I cranked up the noise. Hopefully this is enough.
It's loud, like it's muffled, according to Chris. Interesting.
Yeah, but I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast.
Sounds a bit better. Okay, well, as long as people can hear you, I guess it should be okay.
Louder, but the same. So yeah, so sorry, I can't do much more about that.
So, okay, we'll just make it a bit louder.
Yeah,
we'll just leave it like this.
Some people say it's better. Okay, maybe a bit louder.
Okay, we'll leave it like this.
Okay, so this is to the max.
Yep.
Okay. Back to the track.
Yeah, as you were saying, about the taunts and stuff. It's nice to see, and one interesting thing to note is that the Doppel is obviously inspired by the reboot, and but the thing is that how this Doppel works differently is that it takes your inputs parallel to Vergil. So if at a certain camera angle, if only Vergil is facing the enemy and the Doppel is like towards the right, facing forward, only Vergil will rapid slash, because the Doppelganger does not take the camera in. Which is very nice.
But the Doppelganger is actually done through some. It's really from the Doppel's relative location. So I've tried to do some bit of Doppelganger here. It's really hard to style with Doppelganger because you have so much to be aware. I know a lot of stuff, but predicting in real time is something I have honestly not practiced that much.
Well, I can give you some easy tips right now. Because the Doppel input is parallel, if you activate Doppel and then you Starfall, but instead of pressing melee once, you press Starfall twice.
Yeah.
Whatever you do on the ground,
that much I know.
You can do the pause combo. Yeah. Oh, that's nice, having a desync from main Vergil so that you can double JC. Yeah, this is really simple, but one way I really love this Doppel is that if you have it out and then you're both grounded, only Vergil tricks up without the lock-on, and then you let go of the melee. The Doppel will Judgment Cut first, and then Vergil will Judgment Cut, so you can have them alternate. It's really fun.
Yeah, that's really
nice. Doppel added a lot of depth to this game. I'm not gonna lie, it's amazing. Oh, some Doppel combos, cool.
Wow.
Nice. Oh, cool. That was a nice, that second swipe, you just used Trick to dodge it. That's very cool. Yeah, and, knowing, your expertise in Devil May Cry 4, what would you say that would be, like, the main differences between this Vergil and that one?
There are actually some really intricate Vergil glitches. I am actually using a mod that tries to replicate them as much as possible, but it's not really easy. I use so many different properties. There's some Vergil info was saved by some. Yeah, I'm doing a bit mash here. That's not good.
Yeah, because this guy's health, especially on DMD, ooh, I think it's more than some bosses.
Yep.
This is a beefcake.
Oh.
So, Dragon asks, question, if it was up to you, what would you choose? Doppel or just DT with special SDT effects? Like nowadays have DT with different moves?
That's really hard to answer.
I honestly really like this iteration of Vergil, all things considered.
I like the.
Oh, the world of Venus.
There's something I like, something like this, like, you know.
Yeah, like all games.
To be honest, I first thought that World of V was the SDT mechanic.
Oh, we're having some nice jukes with those tricks there.
Yeah, trick is so much improved here.
Yeah, it's really amazing, especially when you trick and dodge like that. It makes you feel kind of like a ninja.
Capcom.
Yeah.
You mean like
I mean,
Capcom
he has a
ninja?
shuriken weapon now, so he's officially a weeb. Especially after that taunt, where he like goes on the floor and he does the dance, the kendo dance. That's amazing.
I think everyone wishes World of V has more control options. Yeah, that's right.
I think it really, because I think that's fine, because I think you can JC at any point of World of V, especially the knockback is really hard. It's like almost 1 frame. But I think it's pretty okay.
I'm really bad at getting that frame, to be honest. Oh, see, I wanted to do it, but I got a bit punished, so I'm going to go a bit harder.
Yeah, this guy looks like a shoe with legs. If they released slippers, DMC slippers with these guys, would you get those?
What do you mean?
That enemy just now. It just looked like a giant shoe, so I'm just wondering. I feel like that would be the one.
No, I'm not
the one thing I would not be excited to get.
I don't know. Not that kind of guy.
Alright, fair enough.
Ha, cool pose.
Oh yeah, that's a nice finish. That's cool.
Completely united.
That was damn cool. Question from Pseudo Wholesome. Favorite official Vergil costume?
Official costume? He hasn't got much.
Yeah, he hasn't got much.
Am I supposed to pick?
I'm guessing he's including, he or she is including all the games, including Devil May Cry 3 with the Nello Angelo costume.
Oh, or maybe Pinnacle of Combat.
Oh, but that's, in Pinnacle of Combat, I guess. But, console-wise, what would you say is your favorite costume?
I don't know. I really don't know. 5 Vergil.
Really?
5 Vergil. Like, but the X version.
The X, yeah, the blue version of this code. Oh, nice. Where is that Fury going? Ha! Take that, stupid teleport chameleon. Yo, I'm loving this movement here. Like, don't get me wrong, I love enemies that you can just wail and combo on, but it's nice to have some enemies with like some fight back. Create some really dynamic sort of fights.
No.
Oh, what the hell? I didn't realize Doppel's activation had such a long iframe. Collection of iframes, I mean. It's very interesting. I can tell you were trying to go for that nice finish, like the
No.
rapid slash and then or
That
something.
actually was not
Close.
intended.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I'm seeing things again.
Well, thanks anyway.
We all know the best accidents, the best things in this game are accidents. And that's very interesting considered to, especially what Matt Walker said. The whole franchise was like, you know, based on Onimusha, that bug. So that's really interesting.
Oh, right. There we go.
Alright, Goliath. Nice. Oh, you're just slamming it into him. No mercy. Man, you know, like, I know I've played against this boss way too many times, but I really feel like they really nailed that concept of, like, take this big demonic boss that is Goliath. I mean, the Burial, and then just, like, have him show what DMC has to offer. For me, I feel like it would be nice if he was a bit more, like, burning, some more special effects, but I say as he, like, makes a whole fart of fire. But one very interesting about this enemy is that if you hit the horns, there's a special effect, so it seems like it does a little bit more stun value.
Oh, is that so?
Yep. And what it does is if you increase the stun value enough, he like staggers a lot more. So that's a little bit of attention to detail that shows really the amount of care.
Oh damn! I missed that wall of V.
Ooh, I just saw that. That includes Nero as an accident. Well, to me, Nero is my... Because, don't get me wrong, I've played everything since 2001. Because I was a kid, I was just like, what is this game where you shoot people and slash them? I gotta get in this.
Oh, I've been mashing.
But I don't know, it's just... I love Nero's Devil Bringer. I just love that concept so much.
Oh man, I've been mashing like a damn man.
Yeah.
Okay, time for a little contemplation off screen. Some
Yeah, you have to, you know, like, some of the high-level players in this game, your APM is like, what, like, almost like 200, 300, starting to approach StarCraft 2 levels. Yeah, you guys gotta start doing carpal tunnel exercise.
Are you joking me? I'm like the lowest APM high-level players.
I am the highest APM low-level
like
player
lowest.
for sure.
No, yeah, it's really low. It's really low. Like, people overestimate it. Like, take for example Smoke. I think he has a much bigger one.
Yep. I think him, Blossom, especially Just Jack, their APM is just
Wow.
there. Nice. Yeah, doing Lunar Phase and then just JCing into anything else, like Raving or it's so nice. And I find it there's I don't know, there's just something so special about the relationship of Dante and Vergil. Not just in the story sense, but also in the gameplay sense. Because if you notice Dante's fist weapons, he tends to use his fists a lot more. It's very recently because of Balrog. He starts using Capoeira, whereas Vergil uses kicks a lot more. Like those sort of similarities, but differences, it's just some other level of like story building. I think another really good example of that is in Devil May Cry 3. Because there's this whole tradition in boss fights where if you beat a boss, you know, you get a weapon, you get some kind of reward. There's just something so funny about that Sybil rivalry where he takes Dante's Beowulf because you beat that boss, and you're like, hey, that weapon is mine. So there's like an element of like personal sort of like connection to the game that it's making you feel. I just like I love little touches like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, maybe thinking about Beowulf, like most of people thought that it was in Dante's possession canonically. It never was, because Vergil owns it actually.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Oh, nice parry.
Yeah,
nice dodge again. And just so, just for reference, if you're on level, even just level 2 or even level 1, really, if you just hold lock on, you can flick it. And if you change targets while reflecting by doing the parry block, Vergil will actually reflect that ball with the parry to like whatever you change your target to. It's it's really fun to do. You guys should give it a shot. Oh, it's gonna come down. Nice. Seeing those links is just, I don't know, it's just so satisfying. Man. Oh, we just hit 200 in donations.
Whoa.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Anything counts. There are tons of prizes, even a single dollar counts. Feel free to donate. That's awesome. We're honestly, it's happy to receive anything. So reaching 200 so quick, where we're just chatting, we're seeing BP from Kyo, and that amazing interview from hosted by, of course, yours truly, Kyo, with DNC. Like it means a lot, guys. Thank you.
Keep going. The party is only getting started.
Exactly. Question from Turf Lord, by the way. Hi. Favorite Dante costume?
DMC1.
DMC1. Hey, good taste. Hey. I was just like, because I don't really play a lot of, in fact, I don't really play much fighting games aside from maybe Street Fighter, Unis, and PlayStation.
I don't play at all.
Not that much. But then I was really surprised to see Dante as a Mii fighter. I'm just like, well, they actually got him somehow in the game, and I was just like, of course, it's the Devil May Cry 1 costume. Hey, it's something, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, I love so hard because Twitter was going mad.
Yeah. I think Cosmic put out this legendary tweet where he was saying, like, now people can get mad, like they pretend to play TNC games. I saw it because like, Susie liked it and tweeted and showed it on my tweet. That was hilarious.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, close! Close! You were so close. I saw that. I saw that big brain.
I sort of underestimated it.
Question from John Chin. Do we pick our prizes?
Huh?
I think no, because he wants that V picture, but I think it's all randomly distributed, right?
I think it's randomly distributed, but let's say it's not close, like it's not close one. Like let's see from availabilities if there's some, because of course, like I reckon maybe some will be more popular than the others, so we gotta stay, equal.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Also, is there anything else in chat? Finders Keepers brother, now watch me bust a move. Base to Vergil. Oh, watch him bust a move? There is some stuff, you guys, I gotta show you in Pinnacle of Combat. They gave him a reverse trick up. And you can cancel it with blistering swords and teleport up and down. They give you so much control. It's insane.
Oh. Alright. Okay.
Oh, hello. No, I'm just dealing with, I think I ordered something?
The guy doesn't even remember what it takes.
Oh, no. Sorry. No, my wife just contacted me and then said there was an illegal shipment and, yeah, an arrest has already been made. And she said under my name. And I'm just like, wait, I didn't order anything, what the hell? And she said, no, just under your name, like actually like that. I was just like, what the hell? Well, am I being scammed again?
Oh my god.
Sorry about that.
Careful about
Oh yeah, the axe. Yeah, be careful. If you guys get any scam calls or anything like that, or like they are accusing you of anything, call the police immediately. Just don't deal with it. Yeah, but going back to the original topic, yeah, there's some amazing moves. I'll get to your question again in a moment, Pseudo Wholesome. Tuck Dophat says, in Visions of V, when they're fighting Nello's Angelo, V steals a kill from Nero. So Vergil would steal Beowulf without second. Yeah, I agree. And I don't know. There's just like I love that scene where V like Brian Hanford just does this excellent job. Like just that anger. Like you can feel like I was used by Mundus into a puppet. Like you feel that so good.
Yeah,
So like just watching Vergil fight against these proto Angelos, it just adds that level of like you know.
like looking at the scene in the game is one thing, but from vision of V, man.
Yeah, that you guys got to follow Vision of V. It's the art is great. It's everything I've ever wanted from a Devil May Cry manga. Oh, nice comeback. Yo, switching. Yo, you can definitely do this live. Do Rising Star and go up, and then just spam judgment cuts, but then switch targets as you're doing it.
Oh no, sorry, I won't try that. It's a bit hard because I have to control the camera. I can do it, but not exactly.
Oh, you're controlling the camera too?
Yeah.
It's nuts. Alright, second question. How does Pinnacle of Combat feel? From clips, you get the impression it's different. Well, right now is Kyo's DMC5 BP. I'll stick for that around tomorrow. And I'll give a much more intensive breakdown of everything. Second question. Drew Sparta asks, question for both. On scale of 1 to 10, what rank do you give the DMC2 Dante default costume? Any
10
thoughts,
out of
Kyo?
10.
10 out of 10. I'd have to agree. There are many. You know, here's the thing about Devil May Cry 2. Yeah, okay, fine. Shoot guns, it sucks, blah blah blah. But one thing I loved about that game is when you're in the air and you shoot the shotgun and it like lifts you up. Just that feeling is so good as well. And believe it or not, despite because we all know the story of it was like what 6 months. It was developed in a short of time. Thing is, it's actually you guys should give it a shot. There's this Japanese player called N4728 on YouTube. Has this entire playlist of Devil May Cry 2 tech. A lot of the stuff, the foundation for Devil May Cry 3, it's actually a little bit in Devil May Cry 2. Like even for Trish, if you vortex and then you quicksilver DT, she has inertia. For there are combos where when you turn on DT, you can launch enemies in the air and then you can do the million stabs and have enemies drop into it. There's also another DMC2 player called Javelina Devil, and they make Devil May Cry 2 look really amazing. You guys gotta check it out. I'll read the rest of the chat and I'll show.
Put them in the chat.
Yep.
People are gonna see it. I'm gonna see it myself.
Yep. Trust me, Javelina Devil is, wow. His or her Devil May Cry 2 videos are amazing.
It's so uncomfortable to play.
I'll put the combo video.
Wired headphone side.
Wires, yeah. Do you know what would be a perfect moment right now? You wearing that cyberpunk jacket, and it's just like the cyberpunk life of having cables all over you. You're gonna end up looking like Urizen if you have any more cables with the tentacles.
Yeah, but let's say it's a Devil May Cry 1, so let's avoid that.
Yeah. Kamikaze17 says, casually trying to play DMC2 meh, trying to S rank it all, even more so without using items, that makes the game enjoyable, especially with Lucia. Yeah, John Chin saw both. Yeah. Wow.
I would like, I'm sure I'm curious what would be like Lucia in DMC5 in terms of gameplay.
Yeah. You know, I wish, I wish we got more weapons. Of course, I want more characters. Hell, I'd love a playable Nico where she turns the van into like a Gundam, just transforms, and you can transform between van and robot mode, and she like shoots out devil breakers. Like just imagine a devil breaker battery hooked up to a punchline, and it just sent out, and that would just there's so much potential. But yeah, I'd love for if DMC5 had a DLC pack where it's weapons. And you could only pick 3 weapons from the entire series to come back. What would you pick?
Alastor.
Alistair, really?
Oh, obviously. Air red move, man.
Oh, interesting.
That would be real nice. Nevan.
Pog?
Nevan from DMC3, the guitar. And the last one would actually be if they actually put the DMC4 Trish Sparta, because the moveset was really interesting.
Yeah, not just because in DMC2 was mainly just like a DMC1 moveset, but then in Devil May Cry 4 it was wow. Like when 4SC came out and they added Vergil, Trish, and Lady, you can tell they designed it's just more friendly with Legendary Dark Knight mode, especially the Sparta round trip. It makes sense. Oh, another. Oh, we're getting more questions. Okay. Question from Pseudo Wholesome. If you could have any scene shown or otherwise illustrated, what would you like to commission? Stellar Pigeon? Is she in the chat?
Wait, what?
Oh, she is! Awesome! Pseudo Wholesome asked, if you could have any scene shown, like illustrated, what would you pick? Specifically of Vergil, since we're playing with Vergil here.
I mean, that is not depicted already by a cutscene.
Interesting.
That would certainly be, trying to think, probably the moment Vergil stops being Nero Angelo, he starts being like regular Vergil again.
Yes!
His whereabouts.
Like, just imagine like a painting of like everything before he goes back to his home on Redgrave City. That would make a wonderful illustration. I agree. Couldn't have come up with a better answer myself. Duck Top Hat also asks, which voice acting role impacted you the most emotionally? Can be for both, whoever wishes to answer.
I don't know.
I'll Kyo, please go first.
Brian Unford actually. It's the first time he was in DMC4, but his play as Vergil, as V technically. Damn. That was a real treat.
Yeah. Wait, Brian Hanford was in DMC4?
No, in 5, but I mean as V.
Oh, in 5.
He did such
as
a...
V.
Let's have some fun.
Yep. The human side of Vergil, I feel like, was... Especially with DMC5 being like the V and the Vergil. I mean, this game is basically Devil May Cry Vergil as well.
Yeah,
so I just think they had that in mind. So, but really getting to see his sort of like human and emotional heart, I felt like the game did a really excellent job at depicting that, and I wanted more, and that's why Vision of V is just read it. Just read it.
It's amazing how Devil May Cry 5 is so Vergil centric, yet Vision of V doesn't feel out of place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For me, I would have to say like, because for me Dante feels more like an uncle, right? Like
he is an
the
uncle.
way he says stuff. Yeah, I mean technically, yeah, that's true. But I'm sorry, I'm just a Johnny Young Bosch fanboy. You can't have a proper conversation with me. I'm so biased. Like, if you know his other roles, like Ichigo. By the way, Ichigo has a sword that is shaped like a Red Queen. That also, when he goes in Devil Trigger, he has a Yamato. That's Zanpakuto, the same stuff. He also has the Bankai, which is kind of like arrow going to Devil Trigger. See the similarity. But he also has really other good roles. Like, if anyone's watched Code Geass, he does an excellent English dub as Lelouch Britannia. It's like I feel like because a lot of people give a lot of crap to English dubs, being like, you know, subbed is better than dubbed. But I feel like him, Ray Chase, and Ruben Langdon, and all those people, they like, trust me, like, it's just preference, and I feel like because of them, I'm watching a lot more shows in dub, at least when I have time. But yeah, I love all the scenes with Nero.
I mean,
that's
legit as long as you've got passion out of it, but that's the thing mattering. Oh, Artemis,
let's go. I don't know, I just love this concept of broken library and like all the like bullets shooting and crashing into those shelves is so satisfying. They really pushed, apparently, if you look at the Archipel documentary they did for this game, which also covered Resident Evil 2, they really pushed the limits on the PS4 and the Xbox One with this game. And that's, yeah, that's obviously why Turbo Mode didn't make it, but seeing, yeah, this on the PS5, 120 FPS, or ray tracing, it's wow, it's just something else. Let's see, what else? Evil Ray Rediar. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Back forward input DMC5 or double input for Kick 13 Overdrive and JD's Judgment Cut Pen. I think Kyo, would you agree with me if you would say that you prefer back forward inputs on Kick 13 Overdrive?
Nope. I prefer the DMC4.
Nope, really? Interesting, disagree.
Yeah, because
Oh, well, you have your answer there.
They are locked to a direction.
Really? Because I feel like sometimes if I do Kick 13, I accidentally cancel it out with Trick because I don't press it at the same time because the shape of my thumb.
The thing is,
Interesting.
I prefer the Vergil LED because you were locked to a direction, and DMC4 I used a lot reverse drive.
Interesting. Mr. Some Guy says, I'd love to see something like a box. Out of the box like a Devil Trigger Dagger or the Railgun in next game. Well, Mr. Some Guy, I don't know if you were there, but there was a couple months ago, there was a DMC Twitter fan create your own weapon event where Itsuno-san and Matt Walker, and I think I don't know if it was just those two or like some other members on the team. They picked their favorite sort of fan weapon ideas. That was beautifully illustrated by Stellar Pigeon, by the way. Go check her art out on Twitter. Yeah, and I don't know. That just that sounds like coming up with ideas or something. You know what I mean? For the fans, because they're always thinking about the fans. But we'll have to see. Like constellations of a blood pirouette with the strings with Mundus controlling them with. That's an interesting concept. Praline asks, have you ever wondered about Nero's combat? If Nero had a chance to use Sparta,
Oh yeah, I remember that question. That was very interesting. I, for one, wanted Nero to have a dual wield moveset, like a full one.
Yeah, that would be really interesting because, yeah, we haven't seen Vergil really use the Sparta. I mean, he can't anymore.
Well, he never had a chance, right?
Yeah, but actually, translating with Danny on the live hacker, the Sparta sword, which takes place after DMC 1, even though he's wearing the DMC 3 costumes, the Sparta sword can split back into Force Edge and the amulet. So if Yamato can cut dimensions between the human world and the demon world, and it can cut the human from the devil and Vergil, maybe we can see Yamato cut the Sparta from the rebellion, and then maybe we might get a Devil Sword Vergil in the future, who knows? And they can just pass it around like candy. Like, no, it's mine. Yeah. Daddy said it's my turn to play with the sword now. Oh, actually, excellent point. I think you were about to say something. Sorry, please go ahead.
No, it's fine, go on. I mean, I gotta try to play this well and focus.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of scared, because I feel like I'm asking you too many questions. Duck Top Hat. I feel like people don't talk about the stage designs enough. Yeah, I'm gonna say my favorite stage is the one that Edwin Shu, amazing Vergil player, by the way.
Yeah.
He uses this. It's the scene where V and Nero are going down the ramp. They're on that stage and they're going down. That, to me, that's my favorite stage, because as much shit as the reboot gets, I love the concept of Limbo. Just the world morphing and shifting. I would have, out of all the things all the cues and stuff they took from the reboot, I wished that kind of like maybe Urizen or some other demon morphing the environment around them to like create that kind of like visual imagery. I really miss that. I'm not gonna lie, I do. Let's see. I want. Okay. What else? The Starfalls JCs are pog during this VP1. I agree, Styled Rumination. I think, yeah, that's the same guy from Twitter with the same name. Thanks for dropping by the way. Let's see.
Which one wants to play?
I love the concept of the ring out concept in Reboot. Nadu. I love that. Yeah. Here's the thing, like, you know, one thing I really was if you look at the E3 2012 interviews with Motohiro Eshiro-san, he makes this point about it's just like anything can happen in the future. We can see more games to the mainline series. We can see more games to the reboot. Anything is possible. And I felt like if that had been there from the very beginning, a lot of a lot of the unnecessary vitriol would have just been like dissipated, because a lot of people were scared that they were replacing the original series rather than just like experimenting. And I felt like if they had just been like, you know, just
Don't
on the
mind
flat
me
out just
enjoying
saying,
the Kada.
yeah. I love this taunt, by the way.
Too bad it's not
Oh.
functional with actual hits. But
Yeah, the weapons. Imagine, because you can control Doppel manually in this scene. So, like, if he's hitting like this, you can combo C into that final finishing move and stuff. That's beautiful. Hello, Fixie. Welcome joining. Yeah, like, we can have both. And fun fact, Rihanna Pratchett, who worked with Ninja Theory on Heavenly Sword, she, on the same year that DMC Devil May Cry released, Tomb Raider reboot released, and she worked on that. So, a little bit of fun fact, fun research. And she was, I think Rihanna Pratchett was helping out Ninja Theory with their the story outline and stuff like that. And the really minute, sort of like really small details and stuff. I'm not quite sure, but all I know is that she worked with Heavenly Sword. Amazing writer, by the way. Let's see. What do you guys think about Gilver? Asked by Ajima.
A
744.
missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Vergil with a shotgun. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds cool. I know he's not a guns guy, but
Maybe that's why, actually.
yeah. I mean, maybe. Do you think that's maybe why they made him in the reboot? They gave he gives the shotgun. I mean, he also gives Kablooey to.
Let's say I have some doubt about that, but why not?
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe. Fun fact. I forgot which DMC5 interview was it, but I remember hearing Matt Walker saying the V costume was the green one was based on Gilbert. Don't quote me on that. I'll try to find the interview, but if that's not true and that's some weird stuff on the top of my head, I'll take responsibility for that. But yeah, fun fact. So I'm guessing he was supposed to be green.
That's nice. Oh, by the way, is there any update about the donation status? How much are we?
Oh. Yeah, we should probably set up some alerts or something like that.
Yeah, I've asked Nerdamori to look into it.
Yep. I know you guys have been very busy, so don't worry about it. Yeah, pre-doc, just 너무 감사해요, 감사합니다. Just send a donation, so I'm guessing we're 100% past $200 now. Thanks. Yeah, it would be very interesting to see. Do you know, because of the memes, I know this is like a really stupid, like brainlet shit to your take, but you know what? Just give me a plastic chair weapon on Vergil. Just fucking do it. Just imagine him like on a wheelchair and shooting out summon sword formations. Like, okay, think about it this way. He can make the Force Edge, Mirage Edge, right? So couldn't he just conjure other shapes? He can make like a spectral wheelchair. Why not? You know what I mean? I mean, Dante has Cavalier. You gotta give him something. You know, these guys. Maybe Dan Southworth might be like, "Hey, I'm not that old." But man. Y'all have seen that plastic chair mod. Yeah. I think everyone's seen that mod at this point.
Not that, please. Leave me alone.
Okay, one thing that I love about, because I know V gets a lot of shit, but I love his executions, especially on that red Impusa. He just like smacks that. Pimp style, just boom, boom, boom. I love that. Weaponized niceness asks, Kyo, who is the other narrow player? I'm not sure what you mean. You might have to elaborate. Maybe here this person's asking about the Pinnacle of Style contest. Anyways, we'll hear more about them later. Yeah, you know, like I feel don't get me wrong. I love the Force Edge moveset. I feel like Virgil's missing Naginata. That would be a
Why
wonderful
not?
new weapon.
But the thing is, him being a bit straight in his play, like this kind of weapons could be too much movement for him. See what I mean?
That's true.
He's a guy like you hit straight. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because we found the DT pinnacle of combat for Vergil. We found the DT, but it hasn't been implemented. So I'm wondering if they're just going to stick with a normal Devil Trigger, or they will bring this sort of doppelganger into peak of combat. So I'm very excited to see about that.
Donut?
Oh,
If I had a clue.
it would be insane if they could get doppelganger working on mobile. I can, mad props for not just going to STT and just HOEing them all to death. Because that was, yeah. For people wondering, why doesn't Kyo just kill them all immediately? He's trying to have fun. He's not trying to. Just trust me. I think this guy could just.
And no damage bonus, guy. No damage bonus. Whew.
Let's go. Great job. Oh, what mod is he using? Only turbo?
No.
Okay, could you elaborate more on your gameplay mods as well?
I use a mod that allows me to turn straight down into the DMC3 input instead of back to forward. I have also a no cooldown jump cancel mod, because in DMC5 you have a cooldown after you jump cancel. And also a no embedded sword one, because
so you don't need embedded sword. You can just trick straight to the enemy. Makes
exactly.
sense.
Again, this is like DMC3 style.
Yeah. Fun fact. I don't know if I can. It's on my channel, but if you are locked on to the enemy in the back and you trick to them, and there are enemies in your path, you can actually jump cancel out of the trick.
What?
Yep.
You're gonna show me that
hold on.
later.
Yeah. I mean, I can grab it off the stream right now, on my channel. Give me a second. Just go to grab my clips, and I'll be reading chat at the same time.
Did
so
I fucking
don't worry about
parry
that.
with SDT? I didn't
Yep.
know. I didn't know SDT could parry.
You
man.
didn't know? Yo, we're fighting deck on stream. That's awesome.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
it's not like it's actually that useful.
Yeah. What's more useful is the DT string skip, where you can skip parts of the string by timing SDT correctly.
Indeed.
Like, and of course, and this is without mods. You can do this. I've seen people do this on PS5 and Xbox.
Yep,
by the way.
exactly.
And
It's part
it's
of
true?
my. It's part of my
Oh, sorry,
tutorial
go on.
actually.
Yep, exactly. Covered very extensively in Kyo's tutorial. It is true. A lot of these mechanics and those stuff we're talking about, tech, it's luck. It's just luck it ended up like that. But it'd be nice.
Well, it depends. Oh well.
It depends. It
Oh
depends.
jeez, I did it, but I killed on it. Ha!
It depends. But then it's luck. But then it would be nice to see them, to have that like as an ability you can buy, like DT string skips, and have it kind of like exact sort of timing. That would be so damn cool. I just love it. I don't know.
Oh well, I just
I'm
did
such
it.
a. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Oh, sorry. 2 questions. Pseudo wholesome asks.
Oh, I did it again.
For Kyo. Yeah, you see, now that you know, you're just like, oh my, the
Yeah.
door has been opened.
Well, actually, it's because I know how to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, damn, that was close. Alright. Question for Kyo. From what I know, the Fury, when you hit it, can break out in 4 hits unless you stun. Is this something you would like? Is this something you like? Or would you change the stun
Wait a
balance
minute.
for
I
Fury?
will read that later because these guys can pretty much kill me.
Yeah. I think he's just mainly asking, do you want Furies to be able to they stun locked with more than 4 hits or less.
Yeah,
I think that's the essential.
I think so. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. These guys are like boss health.
Actually, I did it again.
Let's go, Pog. Alright, Kamikaze17, a question. DMC5 Vergil. Do you still think fondly?
Okay.
Have a soft spot for DMC3 Vergil? I think so. Personally, I think I prefer his 3 aesthetic animations and how he didn't break the game, even though 5 Vergil is very fun to watch. There's something amazing with the simplicity of 3 Vergil. So he's just basically asking, do you still think fondly of, or have like a little part of your heart, there's some stuff that you miss from Devil May Cry 3
The thing
Vergil?
is, I have a mindset that's, I'd say, different, because people like to, it's not that they like to do that, but they see the characters as some kind of opposed to each other. To me, in combo making, creative stuff, to me these characters complement each other. So if there's something you can do in one, you can do it in other character, and that's what is great. So yeah, I still have a fond spot, as you say.
Yeah, I feel like in a way, yeah, it's true. There's Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5 Vergil, but you almost, because of at high level, there's so much intricate different details. It's almost like playing different characters.
Exactly.
Like,
that's the appealing part. That's why DMC has a lot time getting rolled. It's because you have so many possibilities, and you know sometimes you just get frustrated because there's something you can do in X game and like, oh damn man, imagine if I knew how to do it. Well, if I could do it in that game, you actually get that little frustration, and you actually
that's true.
make it on the other game and are like, feels good, man.
Yeah, like, I don't know if people, like, I'm sure a lot of people don't know this. In Devil May Cry 3, with Vergil, if you judgment cut, if the enemy is, if you're slightly displaced by going backwards, the judgment cut has a hitbox around it. So you can actually hit enemies away or to yourself, and that's not the case in Devil May Cry 4 and 5. Those kind of things are nice, but I don't think it would work well here. But it's just, like, every even the same characters for different games, they're just completely different. Like let's take example Million Stab from Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5. 3 is a crazy input. 4 is immediate and you have to hold it. 5 is more like 4 Vergil's Million Stab, where there's like a small delay and then it starts like stabbing really fast. Like there's lots of little details. Like also in Devil May Cry 4, if you are close to the enemy, either by skystarring and the inertia pushing you towards the enemy, the last hit of Aerial Rave, you can jump cancel and then shoot. So you can 1, 2, 3, 4, and then JC shoot. But in DMC5, the velocity of the last Aerial Rave, it sends the enemy too far. You have to be a lot higher in order to catch it with the jump. Yeah. So it's very intricate at high level play.
Oh, I've got a revenge to take with you.
Oh, let's go. Must be. Imagine if this happened, like canonly, in the canon sense, how pissed he would be. Especially with like the face of his mother being trapped inside that. He'd be like, I'm going to like the rage. Duck Tap Top Hat says, I love that noise when you shoot out World of V. The only thing that would make that perfect, there is no mod yet. Someone needs to make that sicko mode when he goes into World of V. I would download that mod immediately. Whoa, you said this was Son of Sparta, but I think even so, his health bar is melting really fast.
I've been
nice. That's a beautiful. No. Dude, that was a beautiful World of V placement. I love that. Especially all those iframes. Man, I love that last, when he comes back and he pulls his sword out. That can parry and hit and do damage, by the way. Bangarang or Skrillex plays during World of V. That would make sense. Bitter stars and grief and woe. My dubstep makes me high and so low. woke up.
Well,
There is some DMC 5 music, some background music. It is intended.
yeah, true. But, you know, it sort of completes each other.
Yep, I agree. Oh, these sick trick dodges. One cool thing is that if you aerial rave, trick down, if you do it fast enough, your side dodge will still be a trick dodge. It's like you slash and then you dodge.
Hey, you know a lot of things I actually didn't, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've played with Doppel for a year and I'm still not done finding all the formations. There is a lot, because what you can do is you can slash twice, go to Beowulf, and then go back to Yamato, and you can basically have your Doppel Yamato C from the other side, and then you can Yamato C to them. So you can effectively, if you have the right sort of camera setup, you can ping pong the enemy back and forth to you.
Yep.
And I fucking love ping ponging enemies in DMC games. Like, let me get this tweet. I don't know if you guys are following. By the way,
something.
Yeah, you guys need to follow Kyo on Twitter because he retweets a lot of tech and stuff.
Okay, so I've
There
got
is this-
nearly 15 minutes left. So please,
Oh right.
please check 15 minutes for me just in case.
Okay, right now it's okay, sure.
Because I
Got
need
it.
to, I need to
15
get dinner, man.
You need to eat. You need to survive. Yeah, you guys need to rest too, man. We found well, not we, but then there's this Japanese player on Twitter called Kumo Otoko 4781. He found this tech with the Frosts in Devil May Cry 1 that I just linked in the chat.
Damn.
Yep. You put the enemy into knockback, just launch it and shoot it once. You lock on and shoot, it will continually shoot it forward. You lock on, hold back, and then shoot, it will rebound it. So it's actually a super easy version of Kablooey and Lucifer.
Yeah, damn.
If you guys go on Devil May Cry 1, Mission 17, you play around with the Frosts, if you do that, you'll see it's consistent. I've tested it on PS2, PS2 emulator, HD collection on the PS4, and HD collection on PC. It's 100% consistent. Yep. So that goes to show, like, there's these games are just special. There's just, yeah, Bayonetta's good, Ninja Gaiden's good too. Same with God of War.
Just
but,
imagine finding tech like 20 years later.
yeah,
Jeez.
I'm just like, what? Did you know there's also, distortion for Devil May Cry 4? There's
Yeah.
distortion in DMC 1.
Huh? Really?
Yep. It's only in it's only in Mission 4 with the Phantom boss fight. But I will link it in chat in a moment. But essentially, it's not really DT, turning on DT on and off. What happens is that there are multiple hitboxes that are laid on top with each other. And that's the video I linked. And you hit both of them, which is why it does double damage. So it simulates the effect of distortion in Devil May Cry 4. And what's funny is that if you equip the Nightmare Beta as a gun, and you don't even use it, and you do the distortion, you can do disgusting amounts of damage. For some reason, it just increases the amount of damage. So you guys should give that video a watch. Yep, it's Devil May Cry's combat through design and pure luck. Well, I wouldn't say pure luck. I'd say through amazing design and a little bit of luck, in my honest opinion. But maybe people would disagree with it. There's just, these games are special. If anyone's played Guns the Duel, and the whole K-style thing, like, that's just, like, imagine a whole series that's just like that. These games are just special. There's just nothing that could replace them. Exactly, pseudo-wholesome. Like, it's just, yeah. These characters, these games are just so special. There's just no replacing. It is a very sacred franchise. I mean, it pioneered the character action genre before the term character action was a thing. Actually. Cosmic or Speedrunner explain. Interesting.
Yeah, we should ask them.
Yeah, we should definitely ask them. There was a slight mix-up, and Cosmic was supposed to be here, but I'm sure there will be more opportunities for him to show up.
Well,
so
suppose
he'll stick around. He's going to be here.
I'd say this is more of a scheduling mistake.
Yeah. It's a well, you guys were extremely busy, so then, like, it's just don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, cause well, part of the reason is because, quite frankly, Duck Top Hat, like, growing up, I wasn't my family wasn't wealthy, but we weren't super poor either, so we could only afford the PlayStation 2 and one game. And I was like, I feel like this game would be a lot of time, so I just played Devil May Cry for like what 6-8 years before PS3, and I started getting more different kinds of games. So I've spent a lot of time with this series, and believe it or not, I only started to play high level at the year before Devil May Cry 5 came out.
Yeah.
Before then, I only jump cancel with Nero and then Snatch. That's it. I knew nothing. Because I was just like, oh, who is this guy, Chaser Tech? There's amazing tutorials and stuff like that. And then I was just like, I can't do this shit. Double weapon switching? Do I look like I have hands for that? But, yeah, this is, ironically, this is so strange. This game is single player, but it's best played with, like, other people playing and, like, doing co-op combos together, coming up with ideas. This is, like, a multiplayer single player game. It's so weird, because I would not have been able to go to the, because I'm not at Kyo's level, but I wouldn't be able to go to the level that I could playing by myself. No way.
That Fury killing with SDT.
That was close. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. That was close. PvP. Oh, if there was a DMC PvP, just let's just leave it on Twitter. It's more national than it's worldwide. Yeah. DMC is an international treasure. Just need to make that correction. BFGC Red Brave, who's going to submit for Pinnacle of Style. Yep. Says, I started my DMC journey with Marvel 3. I didn't have a PlayStation, HD collection wasn't out, so I looked up as much as I could. YouTube. Yeah, I remember finding... Yeah. Pseudo Holson says, I remember finding Donguri, he got me to look at the tech at high school. Dude, Donguri's freestyle is just fucking insane.
Yep.
There's just... Yeah. He's... Like, don't get me wrong, Brea and Huang Ara's Fly. Those two pushed the meta combo-wise. But freestyle, Donguri's.
Oh, 2B power too?
For sure. 2B power too! But I feel like the 2B power is amazing tutorial, by the way. Don't rush through his tutorial if you ever go through it. Take it bit by bit. It is an amazing tutorial that covers start from finish. It's just so, and it's so simplified too. So it's a great tutorial that anybody can start, and you'll probably finish the whole thing in like a month or two, depending on the amount of free time you have.
Let's have some fun.
I'm seeing a lot of nice JC connects with Air Stinger. That's not easy to connect. Oh, there we go.
Got lost.
Are you gonna HOE spam these? That's great. Oh, dude, I love this fight. Just seeing Vergil teleport around while they're teleporting, and just seeing all this. It's like it's some Dragon Ball Saint Seiya fucking Naruto shit. I love it. Super fair and super balanced moves. I mean, Smoke, look, it's Vergil. They're literally going to make him worth the bang of your buck. So, he will always be the DLC guy. Shit, in the mobile game, he's still the DLC guy. Talking a bit more, didn't find out about right of the look to record his submission. He hasn't done SOS yet as Vergil did everything else. Good luck, dude. DBZ vibe every time encounter occurs. Here's the thing, you guys are making the joke of Vergil has always been fair and balanced, hahaha, no, not really. But you have to also think about, like, Kyo is, I'd say, one of, like, there are a lot of great players, and you should, if you want to see a lot of good players, go on Twitter. And Kyo is one of them. And like the APM cost, the cost of being able to do all these things and basically just dart around the map and kill them stylishly, it takes a lot of I don't want to say time because it makes it sound like you're just sitting there grinding. Yeah, it takes a lot of playing and experience. So the balance in this game is subsetted by how well you can control the characters and command their moves. Like look at that, he did a cross up after Lunar Face, and then from the other side went into aerial roulette, tricked up while charging a round trip, going to kick 13 rising star. Like it just comes naturally.
And an SDT combo skip to bonus.
Like the balance in these games is how well you can play. They give you, because in a way, Nero's broken too. Have you guys seen Helter Skelter? Have you guys seen Tomboy? Have you guys seen Overture stacking? The mobility that Punchline gives you? SDT finishers? And quadruple S? That's all broken, but if you use it a lot, it's all broken. But the balance is that you have to be able, because it's not easy for a lot of people, so you guys got to keep that in mind. Kyo is just making it look easy here. Dude, you know what would have been so cool, Jonshin? I felt like Tomboy's breakage was a little bit of a miss. You know when Dante goes down that tower dive in Mission 3, in Devil May Cry 3, and he like spins around with the gun and the sword? I felt like if that was Tomboy's breakage, I would just say bye-bye GP01. Actually, on the topic of Devil May Cry 5, are there going to be other chances we get to see you play the other characters?
Oh, as for me, no, but you will see more of DMC5, but not only Vergil, obviously. As for me, Vergil is my forte. So,
yep.
And actually,
Totally
I'm not even, I don't want to sound like cocky or whatever, but I'm truly not used to play in real time. I'm really not used to play in real time. And I was so busy I didn't even have time to train for this part.
Yeah. Because being in a controlled environment to like make combos is just it's different from dealing the multi-enemy management in freestyle. Oh, that was a sick air stinger to aerial rave connect there, by the way. I love that. Ooh, SDT the same time as Lucicia. I don't know, like for these, I couldn't remember this demon's name, so I kept calling it the Blueberry. I don't know if you guys give it other nicknames. For the riots, I just call that a blade lizard. I approve of blueberries, say smoke. And then the what do you call it? Antinora, which is one of the circles of hell, I think. I just call him the butcher because he looks like he's like gonna chop shit.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
So there was some ask a question. Not sure how you quantify this, but do you think you have to have incredible dexterity to make good combos? Okay, let me be straight. Maybe I just don't realize it because they're bad too, but I believe that if I can do it, anyone can. I'm incredibly slow and clumsy. Even in real life, you'd be ashamed to how clumsy I am, and I didn't grow with coordinating issues.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I just feel like it just takes a little bit of time, and I feel like people are a bit too hard on themselves. This is great though. Oh, Doppel's out. Nice. I just find it very interesting because a long time ago, I think this was like back when Capcom Unity still had forums and stuff. I think Gregaman talked about how in the 4SC thing, how Vergil is more in tune with his dark side. And the whole point of a doppelganger is that it's like kind of the dark version of you. So it's just interesting that he's still using doppelganger, whereas like Dante doesn't really use it anymore. So because he's a bit more in touch with the dark side. It's kind of like hard. Hence all the powerful devil trigger finishes. I noticed you're not really using you've used HOE like 4 times, but you haven't really used the Force Edge. What was it? It was like something, a Deep Stinger and a Judgment Gun.
Well, here you go.
Is it just because you don't want to wipe out the map? Oh, there we go. Dude, doing that when Dante vortexes into you, the Sin Vortex in STG, it's
I've
what a
actually
sight.
done the Dante just to get done with the missions.
Oh, did you say that? Cause around almost 15 minutes ago, we got 3 minutes left until on air. Do you want to extend it until?
Was it not for? I think it's by quarter, so I think I've got 8 minutes. I think.
Okay, sure. Just keeping a timing. All right, just double checking. All right. Yeah, Doppel breaks out. Also, fun fact: that song is by Antonio Salieri, and he it was theorized that he kind of had a rivalry with Mozart, and Mozart was he is like a massive shit talker. I think he wrote this song where it's just profanities in Latin or something like that. So I think the idea there was, especially since one of V's taunts with the violin is like Pigini, that was like the devil's violinist. It was kind of to show like that dynamic where if Mozart is more like Dante, Antonio Salieri is more like Vergil. So I think maybe that's why I keep forgetting that song's name. It's like something Requiem or something. What was that song?
Questionnaire, QRL looking like
Okay,
I launched the
what are the
Alpena
questions? Never mind.
with spinning sword taunt, even though you're tricked out. Can you do that? Yes, it's completely legit.
Yes.
I'm surprised they actually added that property.
Wait, what happened? You launched the Hellcana with the S rank taunt, even though you tricked out. Oh, did you throw the darts?
Yep. No, not the
that's why.
darts.
Oh no. The aerial rave 3?
No. Let some support guy.
Right. Well, I'll go back and check the thing. Yeah, I'm just a stupid nerd. Just ignore me, Lisa Vigno. I read way too much history. It's just interesting,
never
especially
much.
music. Yeah, it's just so, wow, you know, like the amount of detail in this. You know how much I freaked out? Because I think in one of Ninja Theory's their cancelled games before Hellblade, it was like a William Blake poem, but you know, Divine Comedy being the inspiration for these. As a kid, I also grew up reading Paradise Lost by John Milton, and when I saw William Blake, I was just like, fuck. Because if you guys don't know, in the parody, because it's basically like a parody of a lot of Christian myths, because he had a lot of revelations when he was writing, if you look at the history of like his life. There is one of the kind of god of that world is Urizen. So if William Blake's writing is like a sort of manga for him, the whole DMC 5 is just basically Vergil Chunibyoin. And that's why that V book with the poems and stuff, that's no, like it sounds funny, but at the same time it's very heartfelt that he gave it to Nero, because that's like his innocence, his child. So he's basically saying, it's in his own way saying, I'm acknowledging you as
we
my
have time
son.
for one last boss.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, because he was like, you know, with Nero saying, do you accept me in it? And then him giving the book because it was a childhood memento, is like, I accept you as my son.
Oh, I don't
But
like
saying it rather than, yeah. Oh, I love Malthus. I love this boss. Teleporting around,
I
it's
hate
so
it.
fun.
I like the chicken.
You really?
Yeah. Makes me want to eat KFC after that.
I do that after every time I fight Griffin as well. In a peak of combat, there's also a joke like that Dante says to Griffin, talking about barbecue chicken wings. But I feel like this one is so cursed though, because it looks like, have you ever seen bird hatchlings being born? I feel like that was the concept for the original DMC1 concept of this. And yeah, it was very scary. Oh, okay, slicing the chicken up, okay? Sharing is caring, true.
Wait, what? How did I?
Whoa, what happened there?
I think I did the S taunt.
And then it's like slowed down. That was actually, dude,
Yeah,
that was actually fucking cool.
like the whole height stuff.
Yeah, Yo, I'm fucking stealing that one. That's my goal here. Just show up, see all the good players, steal all their deck. I'm just joking. I couldn't do it. Whoa, nice. That dive kick. Man, just Vergil's mobility is insane. I love this combo. He just slices and dices.
Ooh.
Well, oh, that's really thanks, Lisa Vania. Could've... Yeah, trust me, like, you guys really need to thank Nerd and Kyo. They worked like hell to get this charity stream up and working for everyone.
Damn,
Yeah.
that was a nice finish.
Yep, that was a perfect finish. Paksu. Good job, well done. That was great. Trust me, it's not easy to freestyle like
dude,
that.
this is actually the first time I hear you speak James like that. Dude, you've got so much patience.
Really, look, I'm no Vash, but I do my best.
Oh yeah, well, you're still quite your lot of peanuts actually.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody, because I tried to do a lore stream once on my Twitch channel, and I think I was just talking to myself for 4 hours. So it's just... usual.
At
Yep,
least, well,
stylish rumination.
yeah,
Thanks for this and great run.
I did
agree.
80 levels. Yeah, that's not bad. That was really good. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, this is not the first time we're going to be together, man. Dude,
Exactly.
You got
Can't wait
three
tomorrow,
more
dude.
times because I'm going to ask you, interview, and you'll be with me with Peak of Combat.
Exactly, dude. Oh shit. I can't, trust me, you guys gotta show up for Pico Combat tomorrow, because I've got some great gacha tips where you can save a crap ton of money. And trust me, you want to save money on this one, because on another account, I think I did, there was this pack, it's like 120 USD for 40 books, I pulled nothing. So trust me, like, that can happen. Like, I don't know why, such bad luck and also good luck at the same time, so stupid. But good stuff, Kyo, GG's, I agree, Mr. Some Guy. Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Great job, Kyo.
And if you thought I was awesome, dude, you're not really. There are some extra players that will make you out of your chair.
That will show up.
Like yeah, and thanks to you too, because you were really an awesome host. Like I'm glad you took over. Like
Oh,
man.
thanks.
Here.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like I was talking so much, and I was just like, I felt like maybe you had to zone me out a little bit to concentrate. So I was just like, I gotta shut up.
And for some reason, I'm just surprised I was able to focus just much.
Yeah, I was just, holy shit, yo, he's like, there's like one half brain that's playing, another half brain that's talking. I was just like, I gotta learn this power. That was the Anakin Skywalker meme right there. I was just like,
I don't know that. I've
Thanks,
unlocked
Smoke.
the ultra instinct like no gosh it does. Yeah,
Alright.
no singing anymore. That was a cringe moment. Sorry
singing.
guys.
no, it's better than Mills. Caught RK on 4K saying that. Better than Mills.
She's being thrown. Okay guys, so that's all for me for now. You will see me later in the night. Until then, well, it's with you. No, I think it's with you the next time.
Yeah, I think I'm up in a couple of hours, so I've got also
Amsterdam
a
surprise.
crap ton of caffeine.
That was no. I'm back with just Jack. Actually, another player. You saw Vergil. You will see Nero, and trust me, he's worth his peanuts. Okay, guys. Later, the show's going on. Some interludes, so Nerdamory will take over. This is going to be an interview with Casey Edwards. So double trigger, bury the light. Don't miss this out. Okay? Counting on you guys.
Pull that donation trigger.
Yep. And...
Cut.
Alright.
Devil May Cry.